I'm trying to remember if I know it. Nah, I don't think I know.
Cook, little cook, welcome to our cafe.
You know, that's the intro right now. Welcome to Black Food Tales episode 10. I'm your host, Lasimba Pink, and I'm joined by my lovely guest,
Toju.
So tell us a bit more about yourself. Who are you? You know, what's your backstory? Give us like a little synopsis.
I am a recent graduate from Southeast London, and I've been baking for a while.
I'm just going to move this slightly closer to you.
Yeah, I've been. I basically started a business baking my cakes out for people called Love.every.bite. And yeah, don't know, is there anything else to me of interest? That's me really in a nutshell.
Okay. So Love Every Bite, where did that name come from and stuff?
I was literally on the bus home from uni and it just dropped into my head, Love Every Bite. That's it. So, because before I've been going through names, like when I knew I wanted to open a bakery, I was like, what am I going to call it? I remember in secondary school, I used to call it Sugar Rush. And then I got a bit older, I went to like TJ's Patisserie. Some things just weren't sticking. I just going with it because it's what I came up with. But Love Every Bite was the first thing that just like entered my mind. I was like, okay, this is what I actually like. Like it was a name that I actually liked, basically. It's about loving every single bite of what I've given to you. You want to enjoy it from beginning to end. You know, you're eating cake, you can get a bit tired or it gets too sweet. But
wait, do you say tired?
Yeah, you can get tired. Like, you know, cake can be like dry in your mouth.
Okay, yeah.
And you need to drink some water and too much in your mouth at once. So I feel like when I'm giving you my cake, you're going to love every single bite of it. Yeah.
Okay. Now I know that feeling when you have a dry, especially like, I was about to call out a supermarket. Maybe it's a bad idea.
That's that.
One of the big 4, 3 or whatever. Sometimes when you buy off the shelf cake, it's very dry.
It's not even about dry. It's the amount of sugar that they pack into it. Like you can, when I started baking fresh, and I know how much I want to put in, how much sugar I want to put in, and then you go back and you taste supermarket cake. I can actually taste the amount of sugar inside, and it's like 10 times the amount necessary inside it. And it's just a thing where you're eating cake because it's sweet, not because of the actual flavor you're putting in. Like vanilla sponge, you want to be able to taste the vanilla and appreciate. You want to be able to taste the cinnamon in a cake, not just sugar upon sugar with the hint of the flavor you're putting at the back of your mouth. So yeah, when I bake now, I make sure that my sugar is less than, because that's kind of why my family likes my cake as well. It's because it's not too sweet. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, like my mum can't even eat supermarket cake anymore. She's like, she can't because it doesn't taste the same when you have fresh cake at home. Why would I want to go outside and buy cake? Even me, I just pretend when I'm buying it. It's market research when I'm tasting the cake.
Sure.
She won't touch it. She won't eat it. I'll eat it. It's not that great at the end of the day.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just, I just like to eat food basically.
Are you an icing or buttercream person?
Buttercream. Fondant, no one likes fondant, no one likes marzipan. It's just because it's the texture, how it holds when you're molding it to create what you want to create when you're making a cake, maybe for like a sculpture or just how you're cutting out a name or whatever design you're doing for your cake, it would hold better. Whereas with icing, when it comes to like that technicality, it's about how much sugar you put into the icing so that it's firm enough to hold structure and create what we wanted to create as well. Because I have struggled for years to get my icing correct. When I started using icing, it would be so sloppy, and then I would be like, okay, let me chuck it in the fridge for an hour. So it's still, when it comes back to room temperature, it's now dripping and drabbing. But you know, practice makes perfect at the end of the day. So I've managed to actually finally get to a position where I like my icing. Okay. Yeah. And I'm now trying to reach out with other flavors, like types of icing, like Italian buttercream. It does.
Oh, so wait. Buttercream is a type of icing?
Yeah, buttercream is a type of icing. What icing is like, you can have fondant, marzipan, they're all icing.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I thought icing is the thicker...
The sugar paste?
basically.
I don't want to say I know all types of cake.
Okay, cool.
Like I know all the icings. I know everything is icing, and then you have sugar paste, you have fondant, you have marzipan. Like marzipan, I think that's the one with almond in it, I think.
Okay.
And then fondant, that's another sugar mixture. They're all sugar mixtures that you can manipulate and roll out and cover your cake with. And then you have icings, other icings like the buttercreams, the cream cheese frosting, Italian buttercream, Swiss meringue, icing buttercream, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Looking into the distance, like, yeah. They like have different ways that they make it. So buttercream would just be butter, icing sugar, and maybe some milk, maybe some vanilla buttercream, vanilla paste to add flavor, or whatever else you want to add, like chocolate or strawberry, whatever. And then you'd have things like cream cheese frosting, which is like where the cream cheese is the main part to get that tangy taste, which complements like things like red velvet and like chocolate cake and stuff.
Okay.
You're really loving
I'm a cake like a foodie. Like I love my cake. So
and then you'd have like Italian buttercream is one I've recently tried to experiment with, because I've learned that it doesn't use icing sugar at all.
Okay.
It uses granulated sugar, which is what you like melt and you manipulate it into the meringue. And you combine it with the butter. So it's like a combination of egg whites and fat. And you need to be able to mix it well so that it holds and it has a nice structure to it. And yeah, so I like that, but I said because it's not as sweet as buttercream. When you're doing buttercream and you put too much ice in because you want it to hold, when you're making your buttercream roses, it becomes too sweet, and it's like ugh. And your cake is already sweet on top of that, so it's like, how much do I put? Like, it's being able to know your ratios and just basically practice at the end of the day. So yeah.
Someone once said to me, like, making cake is kind of like a science.
It is a science. It's not like it is. If you put too much egg, you're gonna have, I don't know, I think it messes up the structure of the cake as well, like how it rises in the oven and then it cools down. And then sometimes when I put too much flour, sometimes it could be too strong or too like dry in the mouth. When it's butter, you can have too much butter and it becomes buttery in the cake. Like, you have to be able to know the ratios. It's basically ratios 1-1, 1-2. Sometimes I can use 4 eggs and then I would maybe match the butter with the eggs. I always make sure my sugar is less. I feel like sugar is just a taste.
Okay.
So I always like make sure my sugar is half of my butter so that it doesn't become too sweet as well as the buttercream that I'm using. And so that's why it's constant practice for people, because they're trying different ratios of measurements when they're making their cake. So it is I'm still a learner. I say I'm still a learner compared to the amount of people that I've been watching since I've recently joined Instagram to see other bakers and stuff. So yeah, it is a science, honestly. You feel like, Professor X, Powerpuff Girls. A little bit. Sure. Okay. That's the first thing that comes into my mind when I think of a scientist. But yeah, that's how I feel when I'm baking in the kitchen, really. It's science and maths, because you're doing plus, subtract. Should I add a little bit of this? Then when you're bring in something else that is not usually in the original content of a cake, like buttermilk or like yogurt, you got to calculate against the other moisturizing textures within that original list to make sure that it's not too much when you're adding again, because you want to make sure that the overall structure of the cake is strong enough to hold when it cools down to structure and then stack it up and stuff. So yeah, again, I'm still a learner. I can't tell you everything and how to make a perfect cake, but
even though you're saying you're a learner, you're like 5 steps already ahead of me. I've already learned something about icing. It's interesting because it was my mom's birthday literally just the other day. My brother bought her a cake from, is it Lola's Cupcakes?
Lola's Cupcakes, yeah.
And what was interesting about that cake is that it wasn't sweet. It was, but that was the first time, you talking about sugar, that I actually remember tasting it, me liking buttercream, and it being like, oh, it's not too sweet. I can eat more of this. But I've been there when it's been too sweet. But for some reason, it didn't occur to me that, you can have too sweet.
You can have too sweet. So, like sugar, the more you put, it's like having salty rice. You have to measure your rice and measure your salt to make sure you're not putting too much salt. You need to find the balance to make sure that.
So when you're cooking your rice, do you just throw it in the pot, or you measure what you're doing? Do you measure your food?
What I'm doing, no. So I've never measured. Well, I'd say with my eye, I would know. No, next question. I know what you're saying. If I measure when I'm making my savory food. compared to when I'm baking.
I'm not saying anything. I'll listen to what you're saying.
I measure when I bake. So
Okay.
yeah, I do definitely measure. Sometimes I do use my eye because I can.
Sure.
When it's just plain cakes at home. But yeah, with savoury food, it's literally just chucking it. I think because you know by eye what a tablespoon of salt is. That's why I say you know when you're doing too much salt in your rice. You need to know the balance kind of thing.
I think to a certain extent as well, with some people, like that's a traditional black thing.
Yes,
And
it
what I
is.
mean by traditional black thing as well, because that's something like my mum would do. Like
Yeah.
I asked her, like, okay, because like before when I had a restaurant, I was trying to work out certain recipes. So I said to her, look, I need to know A, B, and C, right? Can you write down for me? Oh, just dash in.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like how much though? Just
Yeah.
throw it in, and then you'll know. It's
That's
like
the thing, though. When you have a restaurant, you need to know your costs. So you actually do need to measure. So when you know when you've got it right, that day you're going to write down everything that you've done. Because I kind of struggle as well when I'm baking to remember my recipes for maybe my icing sometimes. When I do increase the sugar a bit just to hold the structure of it, and then I forget the next time I do it. So it's about catching that time when you get it right. Or every time you do it, write down what you've done, and then when you get your results, and if you like it, keep that recipe. If you don't like it, chuck it. And then maybe next time you can see where you can change of what you've written before. So that's what a new habit I need to continue with, actually.
So do you have like a black book?
I have a little recipe book that I was writing in the beginning of the year. Now it's turned into a random scrapbook, notes
Sure.
everywhere. But I was writing down all my original recipes of what I've been doing for a long time. I've been doing it since I was 10. So there's some recipes that I know off the top of my head. So when so I wrote down those recipes that I've known since I was little. And then I realized that I was putting... It's literally this past month I've like, I need to change this a bit when I tasted it myself. I don't usually like to eat my cakes.
Why?
I used to think it was disgusting.
Really?
Yeah. I remember when I first started baking, I was like, why is everyone enjoying it? It's just disgusting. I was 10. They were like, oh, it's nice, it's nice. And then I was like, no. You know, I like people that work in Pizza Hut when they make too much pizza and they get sick of it. So I think I was just sick of me seeing the mixture, making it all the time. I still continue to bake because everyone loved it. But yeah, I think it was when I was like 17, I tasted it. I was like, oh my God, this is good. Like, then I was managing to like keep track of what I was doing. Now I can start improving myself. I wasn't improving myself then because I was only a kid baking. So yeah, now that I know what is in my cake, I know what I need to change. I just constantly go back. Oh, do I need more butter? Do I need less? And then I just cross that out. I think I need to go back actually, because it's on my mind all the time. You know, when someone says they want to do something, but they don't really do it at the end of the day. So, but yeah, it's constant change. Cake is always evolving. It's always changing.
So
Can
like,
improve.
From what your cakes like, from the cakes that you make in a minute, what is like your hot one, like your main cake, like everybody loves, the number one cake?
Ooh, I don't know. I got cake. I would say when I make cake, I love making marble. I just love it. I just love not fully mixing the cake so that it turns into chocolate. Do you get what I mean?
So I don't know I know what it looks like, I know what it tastes like, but I didn't know the intricacies. So is that how it
you
looks like
split
marble?
it. Yeah, well, you just have a regular vanilla sponge.
Okay.
This is how I do it. And then I separate a bit and
Yeah.
then turn that into chocolate cake kind of thing. And then when I put the remaining vanilla batter in, I like stir in my marble, but you don't fully stir it in.
Okay.
You marble it in. That's why it's called
Sure.
marble, because it's like marble, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're just gradually stirring it. Not stirring, like swirling it in. Maybe I would put a layer of vanilla, then like 2 scoops of chocolate, swirl that in, then another layer of vanilla on top, and then to make sure it's fully marbled from top to bottom. Because sometimes if I chuck the chocolate on top, the chocolate will go to the bottom. So you've got to make sure it's evenly distributed throughout the cake and it's fully marble.
There you go, inside tips.
It's not
You're
really
hearing it
inside.
now.
I'm a learner. So-
No, it's still like everybody's at different stages of how they're learning to bake cakes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm not. Yeah, I can't say I'm an expert. From what I've been seeing on Instagram, I just can't say I'm an expert. Like, I've been blown away recently. So, but I've used Instagram to like appreciate what I do and just to continue being me. Really, when I first joined it, I was like, oh my God, I can never reach this level of this style of baking. And I didn't say I questioned myself, but I was like, oh, how do I reach this standard? I was just like, I realized just keep going, keep doing what you're doing. You're really good at it. Just so long as you keep doing what you're doing, you'll reach somewhere where you're authentically you. Don't try to like emulate what these other people are doing. Even though a lot of the baking is a bit copy, it's okay because it's just food that people are eating. It's not like we're creating products and stuff. It's just food but all created for people to celebrate with. So I think it's just, so long as I focus on myself and the people I'm making for are happy with it, that's all that matters. It's not about looking good to the rest of the industry that I'm trying to move into. So yeah, it is a difficult space to enter and be confident, but I think so long as I don't constantly soak it in, I'll be fine.
Who are you feeling on Instagram right now that you're following?
Ooh, someone that I've always enjoyed is the Indulgent Sugar Plum. I didn't know. The first time I came across her cake, I was at a 50th birthday party. I didn't know it was her cake until the people that bought it for her just told me about her and said, "Oh, you should check her out."
Sure.
I was on her Instagram then, but I didn't actually check her out until I saw her on Extreme Cake Makers.
Okay.
I thought, oh my God, it's like, I just saw, it's a black lady on the show. And I was like, she's great, she's amazing, she's in Southeast London. I was like, yeah, so because of her, I started watching that program. And then as soon as I got Instagram, so when I joined in January, she was one of the first people that I followed. And then from there, I was able to like see other cake makers on Instagram. So like you can see who I don't want to say who she's inspired by, but I can see like other companies around the world that are like similar to what she does. Like they're all on that same cake architect level. Amazing, out of this world cake. Yeah. And then from there on, I go on to try and find other bakers like me who are starting out. When it says new to Instagram, I try to follow them as well, and then like basically support ourselves. But Instagram is a very dog eat dog world. People follow you and then they unfollow you the next week because you didn't follow them back.
Yeah, there are some characters. Yeah. But there's people trying to obviously game it for their own stuff.
And they were like, "Oh, thank you for 100,000 followers." But I'm like, you didn't follow me.
Yeah.
You follow me, and then I was like, "Oh, it's another baker," because I was new in it, and then I just followed back. And then next thing I know, when I come back, I've lost the follower. So I was like, all right, then I'm not following you.
But you know what? Like, so certain people use that as a tactic, and it works for a lot of people.
It does, because some people don't even realize, or maybe it's all bots. I don't know. But yeah, Indulgent Sugar Plum is great. I still follow her.
So have you tasted the cake?
I have, but the thing is, if I knew it was her, I would have remembered. I was a long time ago when I think it was even when she said she first started, like 2013, around that period. So the cake was gorgeous. I still have a picture of it on my phone. When I go out to places like parties and stuff, I like taking pictures of cake at the event just to like see how they created it and see if I can recreate it. Just inspiration, really. Yeah. So I still have the picture of it on my phone. It was a pretty cake, like a bird's. It looked like a bird's nest, but it wasn't. It was just, I don't want to describe it too much, but it was really nice.
Sure.
Yeah. Hopefully one day I'll go to a cafe or something.
Well, shout out to the Indulgent Sugar Plum, Nastasia. Her cake's amazing. Like, I've been lucky enough to meet her, interview her in another podcast as well. Like, she's got an incredible story. And if you do get the opportunity to go down to her cafe, she's extremely friendly and welcoming and stuff. She does events from time to time. If there's another one, I'll let you know.
Okay,
and stuff
cool,
like that.
Definitely.
So let's rewind. We're gonna go right back in time. You mentioned that you were making cakes as a child. What was your inspiration for that?
Kids show.
Kids show, which one?
I was too old to be watching this program. I was 10. It was called Big Cook, Little Cook.
I'm trying to remember if I know it. Nah, I don't think I know.
Big Cook, Little Cook, welcome to our cafe.
You know, that's the intro right now.
It's just a song. It was a good show, you know. There was a big cook, all right? And then there was a little cook. It was probably this size. They probably like Photoshop, you know, green screen. To make him a smaller man. Okay. So other big cook would bake what has been cook or bake what's been requested. He would go out and talk about where the sources of these items come from, the little cook.
Sure.
So one day they were making cake. And I was like, oh, we eat cake in our house. You know, like Victoria sponges from Tesco you'd buy. And I was like, okay, let me try and make that at home. So when they made the cake, we went to Tesco one day with your parents. And then I said, Mommy, I want to make cake. So we just got the items. It's very vague in my mind, but I remember I made my first cake in a roasting tray. You know, like how you do your just put your sausages in the oven. I just put cake in it. I didn't get a tin.
Sure. You have to start somewhere, right?
I started small. So, yeah, that was my first cake. And then I shared it with everyone on the block and they loved it. And then, from there on, it just continued with the baking. I got my first set of tins. And what happened after that? When I got into secondary school now, I was fearless. I actually went to go and sell. I was just like, you don't want cake, 20p. So I'd go home. Every day, I would be mixing cake, like I'd probably make like 3 batches, and then I'd just cut it up into like sauce squares, wrap it in cling film, put it in my bag, go to school. And then 20p a piece. So my popular ones are like chocolate chip. Then I used to do like a glaze icing with sprinkles on top. And then, or I'll do plain vanilla. So yeah, it was good back then. I don't know where I got the idea from, but I just like, do you lot want cake? Give me cake for you. And yeah, I've been baking ever since. Well, and then when I went to uni, I think that was like when I kind of stopped. I did bake a bit, but wasn't like as often as I used to when I was back in school, when I was like 11 to 15. Yeah. So now I've finished uni. I still love cake. I still bake, and I'm trying to like put myself out there more. It's hard when you're more aware of how the world functions and the business world and stuff.
What do you mean?
You have to be like loud and confident, like, yeah, I make cake, come and buy my stuff, I'm great. I don't think I have that kind of attitude. They're like the people on Apprentice and stuff that are so loud and they like to blow their own trumpet basically a lot.
Do you feel that like you have to be like an extrovert?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Going up to people and... Because when I think... people say, oh, they love to hustle. Like, I didn't have a penny on me. I went out knocking on doors. I wouldn't dare... I wouldn't think about going outside to knock on someone's door and say, do you want a slice of cake? No, I'm not doing that.
But you sold cake for like 20p.
That's the thing. That's why I say I was fearless. I didn't think about it. These were girls in school that I went to all girls school. Those were girls in school that I knew.
Okay.
Went to my friends. Do you want cake? 20p. Sure. They're like, yeah. Told you got cake. You got cake. I remember when I used to sell in school, I would like sell out before even break time. And then, sold out. I'll be making an extra £15 a week on top of my lunch money that I was getting for my mum. Because like 20p and you get like maybe 10 slices. So that's like £2 per cake that I was making.
That's a good deal, like.
And then I'd make like 3 batches. So that's like £6 in a day.
Okay.
So 6 times 5.
Sure.
Roughly around, 15 to £18 extra on top of my lunch money a week I was making. Then I use that money to go buy more stuff, or I ask my mum to get me more. I'll be like, oh, come on, mommy, can you buy me flour on your way home? They'll say, oh, I hope this zeal that you're putting into your cake, I hope you're putting into your homework. Because I don't even remember doing homework back then.
So wait, let me get this right. Your mum was supplying you the cake and you just selling it?
Yeah, but not really. It's like if I wanted stuff like flour, say I ran out of flour on my way home, I just asked her to buy me flour or something.
Okay. Did you ever reimburse her for the cake?
She's getting a lot of free cake now, so I think she's been reimbursed a lot. So yeah.
Sure. Cake and love, basically.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Love.every.bite.
So, like, on the point that you said about being an extrovert, this is just one man's point of view. Personally, I don't necessarily think you have to.
You're not?
Nah, I kind of think that, again, this is just one man's point of view. I kind of think, because look, I'm not extrovert by any means. A lot of people call me shy. A lot of people call me quiet, reserved, etc. But look, me and you met at a business show. We had a conversation, and look how the world works. We're here now recording a podcast, sharing our story.
Do you know what's so mad? When you spoke to me, I was like, oh my God, I don't want to talk. Oh my God, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. No. In my head, I was like, no, go away. Like, that's the first thing that comes into my mind when someone comes to talk to me. I'm like, no, go away. I'm like, oh my God, no, someone's talking to me. I have to open my mouth and speak and respond. I thought that I was even blunt or rude towards you. I don't remember the conversation we have because it's like, I just wanted to focus on the thing is, when I went to that event, UK Black Business event, wasn't it?
UK Black Business Show, I think it's called.
I was supposed to be going with my cousin, and then on my way there, she texted me to say she's not coming. I was like, flip. I have to go on my own. And like I didn't think I was going to be interacting with people. I didn't think I'd have to be. Initially I was gonna just turn back and go back home. I was like, okay, let me just go just to see what it's about and just walk around, and if I'm uncomfortable then I can go home. So then when I saw that there were talks, I'll be like, okay, cool, I can just sit down and talk in a talk and just watch people talk and then take in information and go. So yeah, I wasn't really expecting to interact as much, but yeah, when I met you, I guess I'm glad I did, because yeah, look at where we are now. And I didn't even want to send you an email to say, oh, can I come on, because I was thought, he's not going to answer me. He's got a whole podcast. What doesn't talk to me for? My cousin's like, when I told her about you, I was like, this person has a podcast. I can chat to him about someone like me who's a small business starting out. She's like, yeah, do it, man. Just email him. You never know what could happen. If he doesn't answer you, so what? At least you tried. Do it on your end. So I was like, yeah, you're right. So I emailed you, and then, yeah. How many months later is it now? So
that's my bad. But look, it's not just you. Again, also I need to apologize to the audience because it's been a while since I've been putting out an episode. But 2019 for the rest of it, definitely taking this show a bit more seriously, and gonna have more content for you guys. And yeah, hopefully this is the first of many times I can share your story, your content, and your journey. We'll see where it goes. But yeah, look, even with that whole business show thing, like even for myself, I went by myself.
Yeah.
And you know, it's not the easiest thing to just go up to a stranger and be like, hey, you know, what do you do?
Yeah,
I do da 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 da. I kind of challenged myself to do that. I didn't perhaps meet as many people as I'd like to. Also, the thing I found a bit difficult for me, because look, I'm strictly targeting is perhaps the wrong word, but hoping to interact with people in the food space. And it's very hard. Well, I personally found it hard in that environment to, you know,
okay, because there's so many, I get what you mean. Because I was going to say there's loads of like businesses you can talk to regarding 100%. Food, yeah.
You know, but in that environment, it was like, oh, you could be an accountant, you could be a lawyer. Yeah. It's like, you just got
to chat in it, and then you find out. So
no, it's easier said than done.
Yeah,
but that
you did do it.
It's you're speaking straight truth there. So yeah, well, you know,
one step at a time, I guess I see it as, because I think right now what I'm doing is something so out of my comfort zone, just talking in general. Like if me from 3 years ago said I would be talking here on camera with a microphone, nah, I wouldn't even believe it. Because if you met me, my mouth would be shut. I don't speak to people. I don't have the intention to go out and socialize. When I go out, I think about when I'm coming home again. So let me just go before I know I'm coming home. So yeah, I think I've kind of made a lot of progress in that sense of speaking to people. So yeah, that's why I say one day at a time. Before you know it, you've reached the target that you're trying to.
You know what's incredible as well, right? Is that the whole podcasting thing, sharing content and all that kind of stuff. Like when I look at like the analytics of like the podcast and stuff, you got people in Germany listening, people in Asia, people in like the States, and you think, in my head, I think like, where in the world? How? Do you know what I mean? But look, 10 years down the line, a year down the line, you literally could get an email like, oh, I saw you on this podcast.
That's the thing, once it's out there forever.
100%.
So it's like, you never have to worry about growth.
Do you know what I mean? And they'll be like, look, I've got this wedding coming up. I want you to bake cakes for da 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 da. And then, do you know what I mean? That's how it happens, you know?
Yeah, it does.
So like word of mouth, like really can travel in this day and age and stuff.
It's as much as every other advertising outlet there is. It's word of mouth that's still the highest. It's the only thing that's continued to be strong in all these years as we've moved into the digital space. It's still word of mouth through social media. Yeah,
100%. So before we started recording, you were telling me about your first customer.
Oh, yes, her name is Ange. Hi.
And how did you meet your first customer?
At the UK Black Business Show. It's a mouthful. I don't know. Is that a mouthful to say? UK Black Business Show.
Business Show.
Yeah, I keep saying event. Don't know why. Yeah, she was a lady at the stand. She was selling aloe vera. I spoke to her about her products. And then I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm a baker, because she told me about a sugar-free alternative that I can use called xylitol. I can use it to bake. And she said, oh, you're a baker. She took my card. She said her daughter's birthday's coming up. But you remember that show was like back in October. She said her daughter's birthday is in February. So I just gave her my card, like, hopeful, maybe not, but I've given you my card and I'm an option for you if ever. And then February came.
Oh, sorry, lights have got out. Hold on.
Do you pause or do I wait? Oh, you edit it out. Oh, we're back.
Sorry, we're back in action. Yeah, sorry, you were saying?
February came and I got an email and I was shocked. I was like, oh my God, this lady remembered me. I was so happy. So it even helped with my New Year's resolution to start talking more. And so she just contacted me to say her daughter's birthday is coming up. Can you do some cupcakes for me? Definitely. And then, it was very smooth, very straightforward. She was a nice lady, easy customer, and she was very happy. The thing is, when I bake for people, I get very, 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 very anxious. I start to panic. When I know cake is going beyond my household, beyond my family, extended family even, I'm like, oh my God, what if the cake doesn't make it? What if it's disgusting? What if I accidentally put salt instead of sugar in the cake? Like, my mind goes all over the place for no reason. And then I panic until I get the actual feedback that it was good. So eventually she gave me the feedback to say that the cake, that they enjoyed it, and then she'll definitely be back next year. So I was like, anytime. So it gave me the confidence boost that I needed, that I can do this and I should continue, because I'm so doubtful when, starting a business is very difficult to do when you can't see anything in front of you. We see all these establishments and we don't realize that they came from where I am right now as well, came from nothing. So to, with confidence, say that I have this product and I want to sell it with you, it takes a lot to stand up and say, come to me, I can give you what you need and meet the standards that you are trying to find. But
I think so. Okay, so example I might use. So I had an event last year, right, where I had like a brunch and day party, and I remember like when the first ticket was sold, there was a big gap before any other tickets were sold. But for me, just knowing that, connecting with a stranger, that for somehow saw value in what I was doing, and they have the trust to part with their hard-earned money.
The money.
Yeah, but even that one person was enough for me to say that was a success. I tried to explain it to someone, they didn't get it, but basically I was just saying, even though I was doing an event, I needed, like, obviously you want like loads of people to come, but just the fact that I had one person that gave me that trust, that was enough for me to say, believe more in what I'm doing. So for you, like, obviously I can't tell you how to feel, but it's definitely an amazing sign that somebody has trusted you, and that can only grow from there, because if they enjoyed it, they obviously tell their friends. You got all those people from your school that bought the 20p cake. 100%. It was spread, and I've seen all the lovely comments on your Instagrams and stuff.
Thank you. Yeah, I know. I got one that was random, was from like a verified account of an architect.
Okay.
And I was like, whoa, hold on, this is a verified account. Is it real? Does he manage his account himself? Because I was looking at all those cake architects, people like Indulgent Sugar Plum, and who else she follows. There's another one in Australia called like Don't Chill Charles, and all these. They make like these precise, clean, concrete cakes. They look like concrete drums. That's what they call it. And that person is inspired by an architect.
Okay.
Can't remember what country. I think he's in Australia as well, or another country like that. He just left a blue heart under one of my pictures. I was like, huh? So I don't know. Maybe because it looked like what he creates, the drum. You know how cakes look like these cylinder, and then they drip and then stuff. Yeah, that's what it kind of looked like. So I think that's why. But when someone comments, what does that mean? Does it mean like they recognize me, they see me? Because I just followed his account to see what he continues to do as he develops as an architect. Because in cake, you're inspired by different kinds of arts and structures and stuff. That's how I've realized these cake architects function through other people other than cake. So it's like they look at artists, they look at architects and whatnot, and what they do and how they can put that onto cake, because cake is now an art.
Sure.
That you can now like translate your ideas onto. So I'm actually happy that I've even been getting feedback. So it's good. I think that's another confidence boost. People will see my cake and they're like, oh, it's lovely, oh, it's great. I don't know if they're doing it for a follow back sometimes, but sometimes I know the people personally as well. So it is good as well to see that people are appreciating what I do, and what I'm doing is not a waste. If not, they would have lied to me. So keep going, keep being strong.
100%. Look, I'm one of those people that are notorious for taking in content and not commenting. Like, I like a lot of stuff, but I don't actually comment on liking and stuff.
I feel like a beg.
You feel like a what?
A beg. Like, just a beg.
A beg? What, for likes and stuff?
No, what you said, you don't, your content that you put out, you don't do it for commenting.
No, okay. What I mean is I don't do it to other people.
That's what I'm saying. I don't like to comment on other people's pictures because I feel like a beg. I would probably, a like is a very quiet appreciation of what you do. But to sit down and now say, this is great and post this, I feel a bit weird and cringy. I don't know.
I'll be honest, it's something I want to do more. It's just something I haven't really done. But but the only reason I mention it is because when you're speaking about like people liking your stuff and having that appreciation as well, I guess it's also worth like remembering there's a lot of people that like your stuff as well. They just haven't gotten around to, they haven't yet commented and stuff. So I want to touch on your background as well. Where are you from?
Nigeria.
Repping Nigeria. Yeah. All right, cool. Born here, born there?
Born here.
Accent and everything. Have you been there recently? Have you been at all?
I went last year for the first time on my own.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yes.
Did you enjoy it?
Was the best thing I keep telling people whenever I tell people that I went to Nigeria by myself, it was the best thing I've ever done. I was so free. That's what I can say. I was free. My parents weren't happy when I initially wanted to go. I was telling them about it, like trying to put it in their minds. They're like, oh, why, for what? To do what was there? Because they see it as a place where it's like, everything is here in London. What do you want over there kind of thing? So I bought the ticket before I even told them as well. I was like, I'm going to Nigeria. Sure. And then, it was not until I came back and they saw how much I appreciated that holiday that they're like, it's good for you to go back and see your roots. I'm so happy that I went to see, I felt like kind of connected in a way. It was weird. I felt like I was at home as well. I felt so comfortable. Like I said, I was so free. I even got the chance to go down to where my dad is from in Delta State. I don't want to say it with my English accent, Sapele.
Okay.
Yeah, so I went there because we went for a burial of a relative. And seeing my dad's brothers and stuff, it was really nice to actually see my basically uncles and other extended family. Like everyone knows everyone down in that area. It's a small town kind of place. Even though it wasn't like as developed as London, I still kind of like, I don't know, Nigeria is a great place, to be honest. I think because this is where your root is. When you go back to your roots, you just like really appreciate where you're coming from, what your parents have done to come here and stuff. It's like where I am right now, I'm so privileged. I should be grateful for everything, and this is a reason for, it's also a reason why should I not be doing what I'm doing kind of thing. Keep going forward. That's what you're here for.
No, 100%. I spent some time out in West Africa, and it definitely makes you a bit more appreciative of things that you have, because like the have-nots for certain people are real out there. It is, and they're still going on. They're still like grinding hard, making every day make ends meet every day. So it's like, why am I not doing the same for myself? I'm too comfortable at home with my parents paying the bills, and I feel like that's a reason why I can't even push myself out there more. I don't feel that hunger that these people feel to like rise to wherever they're trying to rise to. Sometimes there's a certain comfortability in knowing that I'm taken care of in a way. Still, they don't feel like I'm a burden because I'm their child. So it's like, I just need to. I only need money to pay my small bills or go out or whatever I do in my spare time. But other than that, I'm not paying council tax. I'm not trying to keep the lights on. So yeah. So what did you eat while you're out there?
Everything. When I went to South Africa, I had satch with
satch. What's that?
Panda jam, yeah.
Okay.
But it's.
So wait, what were you gonna say before you just edited yourself?
Oh yeah, satch, and I think it was banga soup. I had some of, and it had like fresh crab in it. Ooh. It was super organic. It was really nice. It was different from what we eat in London because of how they get the palm nut. Palm nut, sometimes it's like canned over here. Okay. It's called trophy. And I think Ghanaians use it as well, and it's called light soup or something.
Yeah, no light soup.
Yeah, so banga soup is like the Delta alternative, I think. I don't know if it's exactly the same. Sure. But yeah, it was with, so it was really nice. And starch is, how do I explain starch? what they used to dip in the soup, you know, like pounded jam,
Yeah.
but it's made out of the starch of, I don't want to start saying things are not fact. I think it's from the starch of cassava.
Okay.
So they extract that and then you mix it with water and palm oil and you beat it, you pound. It's more hard work than pounded jam.
Can you do that?
I made it the other day for my grandma. It's hard work.
Yeah.
And then the texture, it's not like pounded jam, it's like jelly.
Okay.
It's literally, it wobbles.
Yeah.
And it's, you draw it as you twist it, you break it, and then you dip into your soup. So, but it's not as soft and light and fluffy as pounded jam or eba. It is, it has a jelly consistency, but it doesn't taste like jelly.
Sure.
It's bland.
So, what would you say it tastes like?
It's actually bland. It just tastes like starch. That's
Sure.
You'd have to eat it to know. It has its own flavor. So I can't say it's related taste like anything. No, but it's great. I love it. I feel like I could eat on its own.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Sometimes these side things I can eat eba on its own like that. I don't mind, but yeah, it goes well with the soup, so that's why they use it for that.
Did you eat anything else that was nice?
I ate regular food. Shawarma. Shawarma.
Sure. For those that don't know what that is, what is that?
Shawarma is like, it comes from Lebanon, you know.
I think you might be
Like,
right. Not 100%, but
it's not an actual Nigerian food, but somehow it's entered Nigeria and we eat everywhere. It's a wrap. It can have meat shawarma, it can have chicken shawarma, it can have sausage, pepper.
Sure. Yeah.
It's just so great. The combination of all the meat inside and the hot sauce that they put, they make sure it's extra chili for you. You can say extra chili if you want. And then, it's just massive and very filling and great with Fanta. I'm just reminiscing.
Yes, Fanta. Like original, the real Fanta.
Yeah.
Basically.
And I had another snack that I like to eat was asun. That's goat
What's
meat.
that? Okay.
So spicy. The purpose of it is to be spicy and your mouth is burning, like your lips are gonna fall off. It's so great. So I think I don't even know if it's fried or grilled or whatever, but
Sure.
the goat meat is just sourced in pepper, just literally chili, and they just serve it to you in the small, like the small foils. Things from Chinese. Yeah, for like 500 naira.
How much is that in like pounds?
About 50p, or was it a pound?
Oh, yeah?
About a pound.
Bargain.
Yeah, lovely. Thing is, right, over there, you'll spend money. Even though the exchange rate is half. So I like to say, like, just to make the calculations easier for me, I just say £1 is 500 naira. Even though it's always fluctuating and it's around the 460 mark, I just say, so it's easier for me to say double or half. So when something's 500 naira, but it's £1. When you go there and you take 10k, it's easy to spend 10k in a day. It's like being in London and it's easy to spend 70 quid, easy to spend
100%.
£100. You can like the things are expensive in Lagos area, basically, because it's kind of like London, so busy and expensive kind of. But if you go to other parts of Nigeria, some things might be a little bit cheaper. I don't know, I haven't been everywhere. Nigeria's a massive place. I only went to 2 states. I can't speak for the whole economy across it, but yeah, you end up spending the same amount as you would in London if you went to Lagos. So save all your coins if you're planning on going in December. So that's why.
Oh, you were there Christmas time?
No, I was there in June, May. Yeah, I think it was June.
Okay, cool. Because I know Christmas is a madness.
It's a mad thing. 1K, one way. Or is it one way or visit with 1K return? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Like Nigerian GH over Christmas. Like,
yeah, I think it's all of Africa now.
Oh, yeah?
Because the lady that did cupcakes for us, she said she's from Kenya. She went to Kenya.
Okay.
Said it cost her like $1,000 to go come back. So I think they're just exploiting us, taking a fun. I don't want to swear.
Yeah, but you know what? Like that's the time to be out there as well.
It is the most
especially
wonderful time of the year.
Especially if you like to party. That's
and see family mainly. I think if I was to go the next time, I wouldn't want to stay in Lagos.
Okay.
I'd want to stay with my grandma in Benin. She stays in Benin.
Sure.
Not the country. Is Benin a state? See, I don't want to come and speak things that are not facts, but there's Benin in Nigeria and there's Benin the country.
Sure.
So my grandma stays in Benin, and I want to stay there with her so that I can like try and learn the language a bit. I don't know my parents' language. I mean, Shekiri, I'm not Yoruba. When people hear my name, Toju, they think I'm Yoruba because Toju means take care.
Okay.
But my full name, Torisheju, is there's nothing greater than God. So God's will's the highest, basically. That's what my name actually means. God has taken care of me. So I would like to stay not like outside of the Lagos area to be just to know where I come from more and just I feel like when I'm around the language like Shekiri, speaking it every day, I'll kind of start to pick it up. So hearing a language is like tuning a radio station. It's all fuzzy, the frequency. Then one day you pick up a word and then another day you pick up another one. And then gradually you can hear the whole thing. So hopefully one day, if I can afford it.
You'll be right when you'll be selling these cakes. Like, just don't forget about the little people. Don't forget about the Black Food Club when you're there.
Yeah, definitely.
So, good stuff. I want to ask you about some foods, right? And I want you to pair these foods with cake for me.
Okay.
Right?
So wait, when they eat the food, they would have cake after it? What they would eat the cake with after?
Like, what kind of cake would they eat with these foods?
Let's go.
So the first one is the classic jollof. What cake could you pair with jollof?
I don't even know. Let's just say, depending on the pepper that's inside, you want something cool after. So just keep it simple with vanilla sponge. Yeah, just stir it just to calm down the taste buds a bit with all the spice. Yeah.
Let's say it was beef jollof.
What's beef jollof?
You don't like beef jollof?
What's that? They put beef in jollof rice now?
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking of Ghanaian jollof because they might mix it. You have it separate, right?
Yeah.
Sorry. I know there's different jollof in different regions. Sorry, before I get shot. Let's move swiftly on. Yeah. Suya.
Ooh, pepper. After you drink water, who like take suya? Let's put coconut cake.
Coconut cake, yeah? Okay, cool. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Dodo?
Plantain.
Yeah, basically.
Why you say dodo? You can continue the dodo with plantain bread. You can put plantain in
bread?
Yeah.
Wait. Did you say plantain in bread?
Yeah. No, plantain bread. As in, you know how you make banana bread?
Yeah.
Plantain bread. I don't know, all from the banana family.
I'm pausing or speechless because I never heard of that. It's funny, like it sounds simple when you say it, but because no one's ever said that to me, I never came across it. That's the thing.
You can eat plantain bread. I found it on YouTube. It said the lady was making plantain bread. I said, what? So it's like, okay.
So it was obviously the sweet plantain,
it's
right?
a sweet. You have to make sure that the plantain is ripe, as in overly ripe, so it's mashable to put into the cake. I made it once. It's not bad. It just tastes like nice sweet cake, really.
Once my claim to fame, I tried to make. I didn't make it. I asked someone to make it. Plantain pizza. Yeah. So it's topped with lots of plantain. They looked at me like I was mad. It was too much. It was mad heavy. Like it just didn't taste. Because I thought like sweet stuff on pizza. Like I like Hawaiian pizza, so like the pineapple. Oh, you don't like pineapples on your pizza?
Don't really agree with fruit on your pizza.
What pizza do you like?
I'm a bit of a meat feast.
But you need pineapples in there. It's not the same about the pineapples. So wait, like when you have like sweet and sour chicken, do you like the sweet?
Oh yeah, I love the pineapple and sweet and sour chicken though.
Okay, so
because it's a sweet dish. I don't see it sour.
Do you agree with like cooking pineapples?
I don't mind it actually when you say it like that, but just not on pizza. It just looks dumb.
But how does it taste? It doesn't know what it looks
I
like.
haven't even put it in my mouth because I'm like, why is there pineapple?
Oh, you've never tasted it?
No.
Oh, you have to try it, please. There at least even one slice.
No, I don't want.
You're missing out. You're missing out. Fair enough. Puff puff.
Puff puff is cake now.
Is that, would you call that a cake as well?
It's fried cake.
Yeah.
It's flour with sugar.
True.
And then you chuck it in the pan. You've basically got... So to eat cake on top of that, you're very big. You're very greedy.
True.
So
True.
I wouldn't put cake with any of that.
And last one, pepper soup.
Pepper soup and cake. It doesn't make sense.
You might want something sweet.
No,
afterwards,
it's just that, no. You
So you can't have
eat
cake.
pepper soup and rice, pepper soup and yam. No.
You know what that reaction reminds me of? I remember like when I was young, my mum used to make soup, right? And I didn't like it.
Really?
No, not at all. So I remember when I was there, I'd be like, oh, I want a drink to wash down, but she's like, drink the soup. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I didn't want to drink that.
No.
So
You drink the soup because that should be satisfying enough to then have cake on top of it.
you know, at the same time.
Yeah, I
after-
know, but it's still same time-ish because you finish the soup, then you go and collect the cake and you start eating. No,
You've heard that
drink
no
water. Have small chin. No, I don't think of eating cake. Again, if you want cake, coconut cake. I just feel like coconut spaghetti. They eat a lot of coconut in Nigeria. Just cut it up and eat it like that off the back of the hairy skin thing. But yeah, coconut cake again. I like coconut cake. I don't like coconut in general, but in cake it's great.
Do you like fan ice?
Ooh.
Fan ice?
Oh, I've had that since I was a kid. It's kind of bland.
It's simple. Very, very, very simple.
Awful.
Awful.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
From my memory,
Sure, okay.
I've only had it in Nigeria, so yeah, it was awful.
I kind of liked it because it was different. I don't feel like the ice creams here taste like fan ice. That's why maybe I enjoyed it.
Is fan ice better than ice cream from here?
No. It's the difference.
Okay.
I think I just enjoyed it being just a different taste.
Oh, because it was more icy.
It's a bit... Because it was softer, I guess, because you had the dudes riding around and stuff, so it was a bit softer. I'm really bad with descriptions. I need to work on that. Like, it just tasted different. I just like the different texture. It wasn't as sweet.
Yeah, it's not. I know definitely it's not sweet. I just remember it being icy, and I was like, "What is this? This is not ice cream."
So what is the king of ice creams right now? What's in your freezer?
We don't. I'm meant to be on a diet, so I'm not really eating ice cream. But if I was to eat, whenever it's my birthday,
Yeah.
I like to buy myself salted caramel Haagen-Dazs or cookies and cream Haagen-Dazs. I'm not really. I don't really.
Pralines and cream?
Yeah. Who?
Pralines and cream?
I'm allergic to nuts.
Okay, fair
Not
enough.
enough. I don't like Ben and Jerry's. Ben and Jerry's is too much for me.
They do like a nice... Is it that... What's that? The one with the fudge or the brownies in it?
Maybe it's fudge brownie.
Probably. But that one's tasty. But that one's nice, but it gets a bit sickly
That's
after
the
too
thing.
much
When
of
you're
it.
eating, you want to enjoy from top to bottom. That's why I call it love every bite.
So wait. When you say top to bottom, you can eat one Haagen-Dazs?
I don't want to say. No one knows that. All right.
Really?
Next question.
All right, cool. Let's wrap up that section. All right, cool. I want you to basically, you're going to be able to see it, right? Don't say what it is. The camera will see it, but I'm going to blur it out and stuff so you guys won't know what it is, yeah? I want you to taste this. For 30 seconds, I want you to describe what it is to the audience. And then in the comments, guys, I want you guys to let us know what you think she was eating, right?
Oh.
So
I had to describe it.
yeah.
I'm confused. Oh, lit. Yeah.
So you'll recognize what it is straight away.
Do you know what's so bad? Mine is better. I should have bought my own for you.
Oh, you make some yourself?
Yeah, I made some yesterday.
Okay. So basically for 30 seconds, you're gonna try some.
Yeah.
Actually, tell us if it's nice or not nice,
I can even tell you without even eating it.
or just by
I
smelling
just
it.
love it.
And then I'll tell you when to.
Are you going to blur it out all the way up to them?
Yeah, 100%.
Is it?
Let it roll out.
I think you can tell by me crunching. You already know what it is.
Maybe they know. Maybe they don't. All right, cool. Your 30 seconds start now.
It's sweet, crunchy. It has a bit of a burnt taste to it because they left it in the frying pan for too long. But it's great. And you can eat it continuously. You'll get a bit thirsty after a few handfuls. And you can have a variation of flavours. No, I won't say what the flavours are. I can't say what the flavours are, can I?
No, that might give it away.
This one only has sugar in it. But if you want, you can sometimes put cinnamon. You can sometimes put nutmeg.
What color is it?
It's brown.
Brown. It's brown.
And it's long. Well, this one's cut into rectangular shapes. You can sometimes have square shapes.
And what cake could you eat this with?
You don't eat it with cake. You just eat it as it is and drink water.
Cool. So that's we're over 30 seconds. But yeah, guys, let us know what you think this is. Feel free to tuck in. Let us know what you think it is in the comments or hit us up, and we will let you know what it actually is. So cool.
I almost said its name. I was gonna say, oh my god, I love it so much.
I'd have to just beep it. There you go. I'm gonna have to add the beep there. You guys didn't hear that. Cool. So I'm gonna hit you with some rapid answer questions. Are you ready? You good to go?
Might be a slow burning fire with me.
All right, cool. What celebrity would you like to bake a cake for?
Naomi Campbell.
Okay. And what cake would you make her?
I'll make her an apple and cinnamon crumb cake. I like that cake. My brother likes that cake too. He likes it with custard.
That sounds very tasty.
Apple and cinnamon cake. And you put a crumb on top. You know, like apple crumble?
Yeah.
You put the crumb on top of the cake mixture. Then it's crunchy. And it complements the softness of the cake, really, when you cut it. Yeah, it's great.
You know, I'm obsessed with apple and dessert. Like, I can eat apple strudel, apple turnovers, apple crumble, apple pie. I love it all.
Yeah. Anything apple, give it to me.
What's your favorite midnight snack?
Oh, I can't say it.
Okay.
Okay, let me think of another one. Popcorn and plantain chips.
Really?
Yeah, salted popcorn, yeah.
Okay.
Then you take your plantain chips. I like sweet plantain chips.
Yeah.
Shake it in, shake it up. And then,
That's a new one.
It goes nice together. It's great.
Cool. I might have to check that out. Is there a chef whose style of cooking, or even a baker whose style of cooking that you admire?
Who do I admire? Everyone is great at what they do because they're so uniquely different.
Mm-hmm.
I admire myself, Jerry. I don't know. I actually do it.
Self-love.
No, actually, yeah. I admire myself because I'm so surprised I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh my God, did I make this? Sometimes when I taste it afterwards. And how I enjoy the process, like combining the butter and the sugar, then you add in the flour. Oh, you literally adore it when you're, if you actually love baking, when you see every minute of the combining together, you will enjoy it so much, especially when it's finished and it looks like vanilla ice cream that's ready to be put in the freezer. That's my favorite part of when I see the cake batter's done and it's ready to go in the oven. And especially when you're adding the extras, sometimes I like to, when you put in extra fruit, I like to push it in on top just to make sure it pokes out when it rises in the oven and stuff. So yeah, I could go on and on about cake.
Amazing. Where's your favorite restaurant?
Can't lie, I don't go out much. Because I cook at home. But let me just say, the last place I went to that was really nice was Basaba Thai.
Oh, you like that? Yeah, I like that.
They have good Thai food.
I like their calamari.
Okay, it's good.
Yeah, it's very, very, very tasty. I'm not sure, maybe this will apply to you. Is there a summer ingredient you're excited about cooking with?
A summer ingredient?
Like maybe it's a fruit.
Raspberries.
Raspberries.
Love raspberries. It's only last week I realised how great raspberries are in cake. And I was like, ooh, put some more. Especially how it bleeds sometimes. I try to prevent the bleeding by covering it in flour. So it doesn't spread into the mixture. You want it to be contained, the raspberry.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So sometimes it's nice when it's a little bit of a spread into the mixture. Sometimes I just like to... But yeah, it tastes really good. You'll taste it in a bit.
Oh, so we have some...
we had some cake.
We have some cake. Okay, cool. Define good food.
Good food is warm. It's heartwarming. You're just so satisfied and full. You feel grateful when you eat. That's what good food is. It's authentic. It comes from the heart, I would say. When you put your heart into food, that's literally when the food is good. And you know, when you close your eyes and you can see the flavors. That's when you.
Yeah, I just did it without even thinking.
You
Yeah,
really appreciate food when you're eating and like, oh my god, this is sick, and then you're just making noises that should be made when you're eating. That's good food. Yeah.
Sure. And what's one dish everybody needs to try before they die?
Starch and banga soup. Yeah.
You
Go
heard
to your
it.
local. I don't know. Wait, what else could I actually suggest that is reachable in this country?
Well, if that's what people need to try, make it your mission. You got your whole life, because I said before you die.
You can actually find meet someone from Delta, and they'll give you starch and banga soup.
From Delta, pay them to bring it. You hear someone in Nigeria was saying that they're paying British Airways to bring pizza on the plane or something.
What does that mean?
Was so like I don't want to say it like I know the full story, because obviously it's recorded, it's going out there. But I saw it on Twitter. I didn't read it properly, but like I think it's some kind of government official was making some kind of complaint that people are paying British Airways to bring them, like Pizza Hut ordering it and to just bringing it over and stuff.
That is
like,
BS. Are you being for real?
Yeah, 100%.
Domino's in Nigeria though.
Oh, I'm just the messenger.
I'm like, why would they do this?
I don't know. Maybe they
restaurants there in Nigeria.
I can imagine.
People eat out a lot over there. There's this place called is it called Mega House, Mega Kitchen, massive building, right? From left to right, from European food all the way to Nigerian food, they had everything.
Is it?
It's not a buffet, but you basically go up there and tell them what you want to order, and then they put you through the till what you've picked up. So I can pick up a pizza, then I can go next door and get a meat pie. Then I can get some ice cream, go get a bit of shawarma, might get some egusi soup after, and then if I feel like it, a bit of fried rice before I go out.
That's some banquet right there.
Literally, it's a fast food restaurant, but it's like, it's just, you can just eat as much as you want and then be paying as you're going if you want. But obviously, you're just going there for one meal. You have one thing in your mind, so you just go and get your rice and eat.
You know what that's reminding me of? I remember like when I spent some time in Ghana, like the KFC there, I don't know if it's still like that, but their wings are I like them.
Yeah.
I could eat so many, but the wings here, they just taste foul.
Yeah, chicken here, a lot of food here these days. I don't know what they're pumping into it. I feel like I've noticed the difference in things that we're bringing home, how within 2 days something is smelling, or it's just, I don't know, the artificial, whatever they're doing, it's not as good, it's not great anymore. And with this Brexit nonsense, it's bound to get worse with where we're going to be sourcing our food from.
Are you feeling this organic tip? Are you on an organic thing?
I do try to buy organic if I can afford it. Like sometimes organic stuff is just 20p more. And if I do want to eat well and live longer, might as well go organic.
I guess those two things are definitely in your interest. So.
I do like to eat well. I try to be conscious of what I'm eating and how I'm preparing it. Like I've tried to use, like even in my cake, sugar-free alternatives.
Yeah.
Like the lady Ange that I met, she told me about xylitol. I've put that in my cake. It tastes the same. It doesn't even, the cake tastes as normal as I would with regular sugar.
Sure.
It's just about finding the different sugars. I can't just use xylitol with every single cake because of the flavor I'm trying to bring out. But with cooking, I'm trying to be as organic as possible. I've tried to be vegan, tried to be pescatarian. I can go back. It's just about discipline at the end of the day.
Sure, 100%.
As well. So I guess I'll try again soon. Not like, now that I've realized that chicken is not as great, I can cut it off again. I did try and I was kind of successful. I did have off days, but if I put my mind to it, I can really be a good pescatarian. Let's say pescatarian. I like fish.
Sure, yeah. No, I like my fish as well. Socials, how can we find you? How can we buy cake?
That's the big problem.
Okay.
I ain't got no socials.
Are you not on social?
No. Oh, wait, I have for my cake, yes. You can follow me on Instagram.
Okay.
Let me get the name. It's at love.love. I said at love.love. At love.every.bite.uk.
Perfect. So yeah, everybody go check it out.
Yeah, I think my email link is still working, but I don't know. Someone said they tried to email me, it wasn't working, but I'll figure it out. But in regards to Instagram, that's the only thing I use.
Do you want to share the email in case people want to email you?
I think it's love every bite. Just love every bite, everything lowercase at outlook.com.
Perfect. So yeah, I'm these cakes are kind of staring at me because we've got the lights that are all reflecting off the foil and stuff like that. So like I want to try.
Okay.
What have you got here?
No, I'm not going to tell you. We're going to do a taste test, and you're going to tell me what it is.
All right, cool.
One of them, right? I'll be honest. I wasn't happy with. I almost didn't bring it, but I'll just let you eat anyway because it did taste all right.
Okay, cool.
I think there's 2 slices. It's gone a bit. It was so warm, so I think it's gone a bit sludgy.
It is a surprisingly warm day here in London. I don't know how. Like it's been cold for so long. Like I was wearing my
puffer jacket.
Literally like a few days ago.
I was zipped up to the neck going to the gym with my hood on. Now it's like I'm sweating on the underground. It's gross. I prefer winter, you know.
I'm just gonna use my hands and just dig in.
Yeah, it's
right,
cake,
cool.
man.
All right, cool.
I hope it's nice. I'm so scared.
All right, here it is, guys.
I'm nervous. I'm looking away. You might.
This is nice.
Thanks.
I'm trying to work out what it is.
Oh yeah, you are. You got 30 seconds.
Is it banana?
No. It's so off.
Can I take another bit?
Yeah. It's all yours.
So, in tasting it, it tastes fluffy and airy, but not fluffy like cotton ball. There's still some texture to it. Like there's some body to it, which I like. I like these fruits in there. Is that a sultana? This other one though, I can't tell what it is.
Big man thing. Your favorite fruit, yeah?
Oh, it's apple. Oh, okay. I didn't know. I couldn't clock. I didn't clock it was apple.
Maybe I'll cut it up too finely because I usually do big chunks, but I didn't want to be too chunky because I didn't know. What else did I flavour it with though?
Actually, did you pear?
No, those are the only 2 fruits. Now
So
there's a spice in there.
Oh, is that cinnamon?
Does it make sense now?
Oh, wait, is this the... is this the crumb? No, it's not.
No. This is not my crumb cake. This is just regular, what I do randomly at home sometimes when I'm just mixing stuff I see.
So is this like an apple cake?
Apple, cinnamon, and sultana.
This is nice, you know.
Thanks.
It's very, very, very nice. I'm counting macros on...
I can't count. I'm not doing counting. I'm just going to look what's on the plate and enjoy it.
So I was, but today is an exception.
What's a macro though?
So like it's breaking down like the macronutrients in your food. So whether it's protein, carbs,
Don't worry, it's fine. But is it good? Out of 5, what would you score it? Come on, give us a 5. What are you thinking about it?
I'm actually going to give it 5. Actually going to give it 5, yeah.
Thank you.
It's very nice.
All right, next. Easy.
All right, cool.
This one didn't go to plan. I'll be honest. I ran out of what my second ingredient was meant to be.
All right, cool. I'm going to take some water.
Yes, rinse your mouth.
Freshen the palate. All right, cool.
Oh, I shouldn't be eating this anymore. Do we take it away?
Should I hide it? Is there coconut in this one?
Oh, they got it. There wasn't enough coconut for me, you know. I like it very coconutty. So you can feel the flakes.
Hold on.
It's good of that fruit, isn't it?
That's a raspberry, right?
Yeah, raspberry and coconut.
That is really good.
Thank you.
Really good. Like, again, it's a different texture to the other one, but it feels like the same level of it's fluffy. It's not a dense cake. I think you're right in like a touch more coconut would have set it off.
Yeah.
But I like how that raspberry just felt like a punch out of nowhere. That is really good.
They're yours to keep, by the way. So yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
Macros are through the roof today, aren't they?
They're gone. There's no macro calendar. Well, no, it's not gonna happen.
I can't believe you're cutting macros on the Easter weekend. What about tomorrow? Do you eat Easter eggs?
No, not gonna have no Easter eggs.
Really?
No. I'm like the only Easter eggs I'll eat or I'm into is like the Lindt chocolate. Like
Yeah, that's the one I got.
How many bunnies did you get?
I didn't get the bunny one. I just saw it, I was like, oh, it's too much chocolate, man.
Okay.
So I got the regular one with just you know how it comes in the boxes? It has a couple of pieces in it. So I got an £8 one from Tesco.
Okay.
I was going to get the massive one when it's like assorted flavour and then the big egg for them. I was like, me, one person that needs to reduce the amount of sugar I'm taking in. When I bake, I eat, obviously. And I'm struggling to like remove the sugar cravings. And for me to not eat this big ass Easter egg, it's not helping. Even when I'm going to eat tomorrow, it's still not helping, but I have to have an Easter egg.
Are you making any cakes for Easter or stuff?
I want to. My mum wants a Victoria sponge. Can't be asked. I just want a break.
Sure.
Sometimes rest every day. Any cake. My mum is spoiled when it comes to cake now.
She's I can imagine.
She's like, no fresh cake. Fresh cake now. No, mommy, no cake. You're on the diet. No more cake. Like, but yeah, it's just the thing where when you get used to it, it just becomes something that's in the house, like rice.
Sure.
So every day, where's cake? She doesn't even like eating old cake. It's like, oh, I'm eating old cake. I'm like, so that's your own.
So that would be a luxury for me to have this kind of cake. But yeah, I want to thank you for being today's guest on the Black Food Tales podcast. And yeah, don't forget to check out your page. Just remind them again what it is on Instagram.
love.every.bite. We're loving every bite of Toju's cakes.
Perfect. And if you have a wedding, birthday, anything, like support, like the cake tastes good, 100%.
What if, I do a random thing like, if you email me, I'll give you a box of cupcakes for £1. Would it even work?
Maybe. I think like this, let's like limit it to like what? May
month, May.
Yeah.
Oh, whenever, I don't mind. But I was
open invitation.
As in 10 emails that come in.
The first 10.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Because I don't want you to put it out there and then you get like orders like they just come in. Like, do you know what I mean? Because there's some woman that did that. She did something where she did some cake thing and almost put herself out of business.
Really?
She did a Groupon deal, but she was too much cake and she had to hire people. She was up all night. She couldn't fulfill it. It went kind of pear-shaped. But hey, look, I guess...
If it works, I don't see why not. If you want some cake, drop me an email.
100%. You heard it here. Mention Black Food Club. And then,
Yes, I know you real.
100%. But yeah, thank you and see you guys in the next episode.
Thank you.